If you are looking to purchase a shipping container, now is the time. They have been so overpriced since COVID, and finally they're coming down. So if you remember when the Evergreen boat got stuck in the port there and all the boats were stranded at all the ports, there was a massive shortage of shipping containers. They were building them as fast as they possibly could. But now that things have come to a bit of an equilibrium, it is a great time to purchase. All these ports are full. The shipping lines and the leasing companies, they got excess supply. They're selling everything off. With excess supply comes lower pricing. And that is good news for you and all the people that are looking to purchase shipping containers. So stay tuned in this video. I'll go over a little bit on types of containers and what you can purchase, but mostly stick to pricing and price changes. Hope you learned something. So typically there's just new and used shipping containers, but there's specialty containers, all different weird sizes, doors on the sides. I'll just try to talk about the new and the used ones. So used shipping containers, they've been utilized for an entire accounting lease term. So basically they'll utilize them for 7 to 12 years, and then once they're done their lease, they'll sell those off. Or it could be repairs related. So if a container has had a ton of repairs throughout its lifespan, a leasing company or a shipping line will decide to sell that off. Now there's this weird type of container. It's kind of like not a one-time use shipping container like the new ones. They're like a 3, 4, 5-time use shipping containers. So in 2019, 2020, when they were just mass producing shipping containers, other steamship lines or leasing companies or I guess freight forwarders were just manufacturing containers as fast as they possibly could, and with the intention of capitalizing on the $25,000 vessel voyage that they were charging all the cargo owners. And so they've made their money on these shipping containers. It was so profitable for all these steamship lines that now they're selling them off, but they're not quite brand new. They're a weird color. They're a blue, an orange, a brown, but you'll be able to buy those at a discounted price from the neutral colored containers, because those are the true one-time use, or the containers that we order from the factories with the intention of just shipping them with one load of cargo and then putting them for sale in North America. A lot of people worry about, oh, that's so inefficient that they would just build them once and then sell them, but we buy more stuff from China than we sell. There's a trade deficit between our continents basically, and so it actually satisfies that trade deficit. Although it's a commodity and the world market changes, sometimes there's oversupply in China, sometimes there's oversupply in North America. All else equal, it's a good thing to have one-time use shipping containers. And for us here in North America, how are you going to build a 9,000 pound structure for $4,000 when the price of steel is 80 cents a pound? You can't. Do the math. It's simple. These are amazing structures. They're rodent proof, they're wind and water tight. They do not let any dust or anything land on your contents. You open up the doors 10 years later and it looks like brand new in a brand new shipping container. And so I'll show you some of those. And so here we have neutral colored shipping containers and also an awesome camel colored shipping container. But these here are purpose built from the factory for sale once they arrive here in North America, and their prices have come down quite a bit. So if we talk about prices, a new 40 at the peak was like $12,000. Now, if it's down to $7,000. Now this price is going to range. It could have been $9,000 in another location that's not inland like us.
Container prices will vary depending if you live near a port city or an inland location. Examples of port cities would be Chicago, Houston, Miami, New York, Savannah, or Seattle, where inland locations would be like Cincinnati, Denver, Kansas City, Louisville, Minneapolis, or Phoenix. Generally speaking, new 20s would be ranging anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500, and used 20s would range anywhere from $1,500 up to $2,500. Whereas with 40s, new 40s would be anywhere from $4,500 to $5,000, and used 40s could range anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500.
It will range. We're also talking Canadian versus USD here. We are here in Canada, and basically on the used containers, they could have been $8,000, $9,000 Canadian, and now they're down to $4,500. So they've come down 50% in cost, and that's not because the materials or anything are that much cheaper. It's just strictly a commodity. Containers are a commodity. It's supply and demand.
If we assume demand's constant and supply is normal, price will level out at its equilibrium point. During COVID, when there was low supply, we saw a rise in prices. And now with excess supply, we are going to see a decrease in prices. So now is a great time to purchase a shipping container.
So if your local container supplier hasn't fully reduced their prices, it's likely because they're sitting on some old inventory that they did pay higher prices. They probably want to sell all that stock to your neighbor, but their prices will come down once all their competitors lower their price, and it is a great time to buy. So if you're looking to do some sort of cool shipping container modification, or a container-based structure of any sorts, or a cool container home, keep an eye out this winter. Good time to buy, good time to save some money. Use that money that you saved to put spray foam in your house, because if it's not for the R value and the air tightness of your container home, it's the extra structural rigidity that you're gonna get from that spray foam. And that's my advice. Take my advice, use spray foam when you're building cool stuff. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped, please help us out. Give it a like and subscribe to that channel. I'll try to bring you more of these industry updates as they happen and as the industry changes. But for now, go buy some sea cans.